Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Nikki with MontanaCrochetCreations.com. In today's tutorial, we're going to be making this really cute crochet headband. So you're going to need a few things for these. You're going to need a number 5 bulky yarn. I'm using the Yarn Bee Tender Touch in the color Ice Blue. You're also going to need a 5.75 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need a pair of craft scissors. You're going to need a yarn needle for weaving in your yarn ends, and you are going to need a small measuring tape so that way you can measure the length of your crochet headband at the very end before we attach and make this cute little loop on it. So anyway, I hope that you guys are all getting ready for Christmas and you've got most of your Christmas shopping done or all of your little projects done. I know I'm just finishing up the very last of mine. So instead of doing gray, that's why I'm going to do it in the Tender Touch, because this is actually going to be a gift. So go ahead and grab all of your supplies and I'll meet you back here in just a few minutes and we'll get started on this cute crochet headband. Okay, so we're back, and what we're going to do in order to start off with this crochet headband is we're actually going to chain 20. So let's go ahead and create our slip stitch here. And we're just going to chain. So in order to do a chain, you've got your loop on your hook. You're just going to yarn over and pull right through that loop. And we're going to do that for 20 times. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. So the very next thing that we are going to do is we are going to place 1 double crochet in the second chain from the hook. So the loop that's on our hook does not count. And then we've got our first chain right here, and then we've got our second chain. So we're actually going to place 1 double crochet in that second chain from our hook. So to do a double crochet, we're going to yarn over, and we're going to pull our yarn through that chain. Now we have 3 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 2 of those loops, and we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops again. That's created our very first double crochet. And if you don't know how to do a double crochet, I'll put a link to one of my beginner basics videos, and that'll explain to you a little bit better on how to do a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, go into that next chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2 again. So now we're just going to double crochet in each stitch all the way across until we get to the very end. And at the end of row 1 right here, we should have a total of 19 double crochet. Alright, so we're coming up to the end here of row 1, and we've got 2 stitches left. A little more yarn. And then we've got our very last stitch that we're going to place a double crochet into. So at the end of row 1, like I said, you have a total of 19 double crochet. So we are going to chain 2 and turn our work. This chain 2 does not count as a stitch. So what we're going to do to keep our stitch count at 19 is we're going to double crochet in that chain 2 space. So this very first space right here. So let's yarn over and insert our hook, yarn over and pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2 for our first double crochet. And we're going to continue placing 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way to the end. We're going to chain 2 and turn our work. We're going to repeat this pattern of 1 double crochet in each stitch to the end until your project measures about 19 to 20 inches long. So go ahead and finish placing your 1 double crochet in each stitch and continue until your project's about 19 to 20 inches long, and then I will meet you back here in just a few minutes whenever we're done with that. So I'm coming up here to the end of round 4, and I wanted to make sure that I showed you guys this. So we have 2 stitches left, so here's my last stitch. But there's another stitch here that most crocheters, especially beginner crocheters, miss. It's this stitch right here. and that is the top of that double crochet that you placed in that chain 2 space. So we want to make sure that we grab that little stitch right there and place our double crochet in that, so that way whenever you're making your project longer and everything, it's keeping a solid straight edge, so that way you're not, if you miss that stitch each row, your project would get smaller and smaller and it would be completely off. So for round 5, we're going to chain 2, turn our work, and place the 1 double crochet in that chain 2 space, and then continue placing 1 double crochet in each stitch all the way to the end. So I'll see you back here in just a few minutes when your project is about 20 inches long. Alright, so I have my project here. It's about 19 inches long. And what we're going to do now is I have fastened off and I've left myself a pretty good size yarn tail. So the next step in this crochet headband is we are going to actually make what portion of it is actually this twist right here. And it looks complicated, but it's actually really, really simple. And once you get the hang of it, you'll just be busting these out in no time. So let's grab our yarn needle here. And we'll go ahead and thread that, so that way we don't have to worry about threading it once we get everything put together. So we have our headband, and what we're going to do first is we're going to take this top piece here, and we're going to scoot it over to about halfway in the middle of this bottom piece of the headband. Then we'll leave this out. Then we're going to take this portion here that's not over the top of the bottom headband, and we're going to wrap that around the very back piece right there. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this top piece over here, that's the last little portion from the bottom piece, and we're going to wrap that around over the top. So now what we have here is something that kind of looks like a layered little sandwich. So I'm going to flip this around since I'm right-handed, and we're going to start stitching through all of these layers right here. And we're just going to go back and forth through all of these layers, making sure that you don't miss any pieces here. And we're going to do that all the way down the entire piece right here. So go ahead and keep stitching all the way across, and then I'll meet you back whenever we're done at the very end here. Alright, so we're coming up to the end here, and we've got one more little spot. These last little stitches here. Weave that through. Now what we're going to do, and you don't have to do this, but this is what I like to do. I like to take this tail and this piece of yarn right here, and I like to tie it in a knot so that way it's nice and secure, and then we'll weave this in here in a few minutes. And the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take and you're going to weave your yarn tail through right here, so that way it's nice and hidden and you don't have anything sticking out. So remember, go back and forth over the same spot at least 3 times, so that way it's nice and secure and it's not going to come undone in the wash. 1, and then let's go back one more time here. And then I also kind of like to take and just loop this, make a little knot, another little knot there, and then I'm going to weave that just through. Okay, so let's clip our yarn. Excuse me. And we're going to go and we're going to weave in this little yarn tail right here as well. So that way they'll all be completely out of the way. Plastic needles are not my favorite, but this yarn's a little thicker, so it's a lot easier to use than the metal yarn needles. So let's clip that. Now what we're doing, so it's attached here, so now what we're going to do, we're just going to take it, flip our headband inside out, and there we go. Voila! We've got the headband, has like this really cute, the little, I don't know, it almost looks like a little bow or something in the front. It's just looped right there gives it a cute little, in my opinion, like a cute little design, nice little finished off look to it. Keeps it down out of your eyes. But it's the absolute perfect thing to just throw on when you don't want to do your hair or something like that, and you've just got it in a ponytail, but you need to go outside and keep your ears warm. So this ear warmer here is absolutely perfect. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed making this cute little crochet headband as much as I did. Make sure that you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring that notification bell so you don't miss out on any more of these fun tutorials. And that's it. I love you guys all so much, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.